Onward and upward. Now we're going to look at IDs. You'll remember that before, when we created style with a class, I used a dot, and then, and here I have a pound sign, but I used a dot, and then I went looking for a place that had the word class, and then had the name that followed the dot. Well, classes can be used for multiple elements. If we only want to use one element, then we can use an ID. The pound sign here means ID. So what'll happen is that I have pound sign start, so it comes down and looks for the item that has the attribute ID with the value start. And that's what's going to get styled. So what is our style here? Well, our style here is color crimson. So we're looking for crimson text. And if we come down here we have the crimson text, and that is exactly the part that has the ID in it. And so the ID is used for just one item. You should never, ever, ever have more than one element with the same ID. Now with class, we could have multiple elements. I could have this one, I could have this one, I could have multiple elements with the same class, and that's fine. But with an ID should be unique to a particular element. So let's just look at one more. Let's suppose that we wanted to not only mark the first paragraph of the explanation, but we want to mark the last paragraph of the explanation as well. So if we want to do that, I'll come back up here, and I'm going to create something for end, and I'll just call it end. And let's make the color dark green. I think that'll show up on this. Oops, I'm in the wrong place. Okay, dark green. And let's just do that with the ending paragraph. So this paragraph gets the ID end. Now, you notice that we're connecting it because we have ID, and that means pound sign. So pound sign here connects to an ID, and we're looking to the thing that has the value end for its ID, and that would be this right here. Right here. And so that should change the color of the last paragraph. And it does. There it is. You notice that the color of the last paragraph has become green. So the simple thing to remember here is just this. If we have a single element, just a single element that we want to use, and we're going to define that rather liberally in a minute, but we have a single element that then we give it an ID, and we come up here and we style the ID by using a pound sign to mean the ID. So IDs are for one element, and I can't stress this enough. There should only be one element in the body that has a particular ID value. So I can have an ID end, that's no problem with an ID start, but I should never, ever, ever have two things that had ID start or two things that had ID end. Never.